in a skateboard. Pretty cool movie. You're gonna keep looking at it and be like, yo, where's the action in this? It's not. It reminded me of Kids when Kids first came out.
Yeah.
So that's a great movie. The only other thing that I've watched and, like I said, almost made me cry was this movie, this 4-part series on Netflix called When They See Us.
Yeah, no, I watched the first, say, like 30 or 40 minutes. Me and my girl knocked out. I was gonna watch some of it today because I was working from home, but because I watched it with my girl, I don't know if she wants to watch it. But even me watching it 30, 40 minutes, it's like upsetting me.
Oh, it upset
me. And I was gonna watch it today, and I'm like, I didn't want to. I'm like, I want to watch something funny or something. I'm like, that shit pisses me off. So, and I know there's a lot of stuff going on now. I think some people got arrested. I don't know the whole thing, but I have to finish that one. But yeah, no.
And I totally, because I saw the documentary. I think it's called the Central Park 5.
Yeah.
So this is based about back in 1986. A jogger, a white lady jogging in Central Park. She got raped. She got beat up so bad that they thought she was dead.
Yeah.
At the same time, the way they portrayed it, it was like a bunch of whole black kids, like a mob of them, 30.
Yeah, yeah.
You know how we chill back in the days. We just go and fucking have fun.
That's
bullshitting.
That's what I was telling my girl.
Back in those days, not in the 80s, but when I was at their age in the 90s.
That's the same thing I used to do. So I was telling my girl, I'm like, we used to hang out like that. She's like, for real? I'm like, yeah.
A lot of us.
We used to be like, yeah, like it'll be like 12 or 14, like your block, maybe 2 blocks together.
Yeah.
And you bug out, you do stupid shit like that. But you're
and
not.
When I saw that, she said, "Oh, you have to round all those black and brown kids together." So as I'm talking about this,
she
now,
mentioned the term wildin'.
That's what we did.
Yeah.
So as we speak about this right now, everybody, she's still working for a certain thing that I forget her. I don't even want to say her name, but I forget it.
Yeah.
People are trying to get her fired from there because she's made money from writing books. She's made money, books about that whole situation.
Yeah.
Not only her, but the other cops that help her, like, push these kids to say what they did or that they didn't do.
Shit pisses me off.
And the one kid that I felt bad for was the one that was 16 who actually tried to go back and help his friend because he didn't want him to leave him by himself. He's like, "Do you want to come with your friend to the precinct?" I don't want to tell you but that one kid, his name is Corey Wise, because I googled while I was watching to see what they were doing and this and that. The one kid that got me pissed and I felt bad for him his name is Corey Wise. I think the money that the New York gave them is not enough of what they went through. So they only got $41 million to divide between all 5.
That's fucking.
And that shit they went through.
And money can't take away time, man.
And the only other movie that made me feel so angry and mad towards like race and shit like that, besides this, was this movie called Higher Learning. Where Michael Rappaport, Busta Rhymes,
John Singleton movie.
Who else? Malik Pfeiffer was in it.
Malik Pfeiffer, yeah.
Tyra Banks. It was like, it makes you think like, do people really think like this and that? So people, mid-90s, watch that movie if you can.
And there's one movie, I don't know if you watched it, but if you get a chance, watch it, The Runner Test.
The documentary.
Yes.
How was it?
Good.
I forget that he played for us, I think, at one time, right? For the New York Knicks?
I think
for
so.
One season or something.
I think so, but they don't touch on that.
Okay.
But it is very, very, very good.
It's like an hour and a half, right?
It's an hour and a half, but it's very good. It's very good. Like some stuff you kind of knew about him, but now you get, it's just kind of like ODB. Like,
do they talk about the fight in Indiana?
Yeah, but that's such a small portion as to the way he was reacting throughout the league. Like, I didn't know. Like,
how long is it?
It's about like an hour and 20 minutes.
Okay.
But it's good from start to finish. It's good from start to finish. People like it. It's on Showtime. If you guys got Fire Sticks and you got like those apps, or you got like 1 to 3 movies, definitely watch it there. But it's Run a Test. It talks about him growing up in Queensbridge, and his cousins Capone from Capone and Noriega. So there's some it's like hip hop elements to it, because they talk about how Nas, Mobb Deep, Havoc's in it. Cheeks from the Lost Boys talks about Queens. So they talk about Queens, the projects. At first, when you're starting out, like how like he kind of came out of that, and then how his father and his mom used to beef and he used to fight, and just like a lot of surrounding things around him. You know what I'm saying? Like that to us is normal, but you know, like to other people it's not. Like, you know, he has like a sister who's been locked up, or a few people who've been locked up, and stuff like that around him, and just like basically his life, how he you know, he kind of came full circle now, but when he was in the NBA, how he was always like angry and like just dealing with mental health stuff that people didn't really know. And
he's from Queens.
Yeah, they're talking about Queensbridge. You know, Capone from Capone Noriega.
Yeah,
that's his cousin.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
He went to jail because he shot at a cop.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so he's in it. Nori's in it. Cheeks from Lost Boys.
Oh, nice.
There's some hip hop elements. They talk about Queensbridge Project. They talk about like the North Side, the South Side, Vernon projects. They break it down.
I'm definitely gonna have to watch that.
And there has some hip hop elements. They talk about when he had like a hip hop album or R&B album, and like when he was in the Pacers. Like after that whole shit, he kind of distanced himself. Also, Kobe's in it. Okay. Kobe talks about him.
So is he going now by Ron Artest, or is he going by Metal World Peace?
I think he's still Metal World Peace.
Okay.
And the crazy shit was, I saw him last year. I was in San Francisco. I think, a matter of fact, last year when we went to the beer festival, the same beer festival we went to in September last year, I remember I was flying out. I had what's it called? Those red-eye flights or whatever. My flight was like at 9 o'clock from California to fly into the morning time here in New York. And when I was in San Francisco, he was ahead of me going through security. He was right there, right in front of me and stuff. But I didn't bother him. Like, there was some white girl, blonde girl, was just talking to him, and he was just keeping it casual. He's and you know, like security people talking to him and stuff like that. But yeah, so I saw him and stuff like that. He seemed like super cool. But it's very interesting, like on the mental health and all this shit that he did, and like how like he used to just bug out. He used to want to like, you know, punch, and then like his father is similar, and like because I've heard Nori talk about him, like he used to say like he would play in the snow. His father was like mad militant. Okay. And like that's the reason why he came out from like Queensbridge, and he was able to do his thing. Gotcha. Nah, Lamar Odom's in it. It's a good documentary. So
check it out, because I know it came out Friday.
Definitely watch that. Other than that, I haven't really watched like nothing new. I'm gonna watch what Al said. There's another show that I think is called Drop Dead or Dead to Me, I think, with Christina Applegate. Is pretty good.
And for you people that watched Game of Thrones HBO, there's a show that I started watching. I know you told me you was going to start watching. It's called Chernobyl or Chernobyl.
Yeah, I need to watch it. I was trying to watch it, but every time I try to watch it in the Fire Stick, it lags.
It's based on a true story. I didn't even know about it because they've done movies about this.
Yeah.
But I looked it up, and it's something that actually happened in 1986 in Russia about a nuclear plant. And how everybody started getting sick because the air, and people got cancer. So this gives you like from where it exploded to how the air was blowing all that thing, and how people was getting sick, and what the house, you know, because back then they didn't know what the hell was going on, so they were touching each other with the chemicals, and they didn't know. Yeah. So you see people turning red and this and that. So right now I'm on episode 2. I think it's only gonna be like a 1 season thing. I don't think this is gonna be like a whole thing, but. If you're missing,
I think if I'm correct, I think it's a 5-part series, and I think the last one was this week. Cause a few of my coworkers told me about it when I was in Romania, and then one of my coworkers, he's like, "You gotta watch it." And every time I try to watch it on the Fire Stick, for some reason it lags. So I could watch it on the HBO Go, but I have yet to like really
so I'm on episode 2. I started watching it with my girl. She's enjoying it. Because when I Googled it when I was watching, she was like, "Yo, why are you watching the show and on your phone?" I was
let me ask you something. Since we're talking about watching a show with your girl. So, you know, your girl moved in, whatever. Yeah. At times, does this happen to you? That you're watching a show, but you're watching it with her? Have you guys gotten into that? That you're watching a show together.
And you have to wait for her to watch it?
Yes!
Yeah.
So, like, it used to happen a lot with me, especially Power. Power is one show that, you know, me and my girl watch. My girl, she don't really watch TV when she's at home.
Yeah.
So she used to be in Jersey. So I'm like, I want to watch the latest episode, but I'm on fucking hold because she hasn't watched it.
So,
And then I call her. I just finished watching Power. I'm like, fucking bitch. I haven't watched it for 2 weeks.
there's a meme going.
So there's a lot of shows. So an example, Chernobyl, I was gonna watch it on my own because I'm like, she's probably not gonna like this.
Yeah.
So I was gonna watch it on my own. The other one you just told me about, the one on Netflix with John Leguizamo.
When They See Us.
When They See Us, we watched it, but she KO'd early.
Oh, my girl went to work. She said, I can't watch it because it's depressing me. So you can
Yeah,
watch it all.
that was the whole thing. So I'm like, I watched it with her, and I was about to watch it, but I'm like, let me see if she wants to watch it. So an example, Shy is one that I got her onto it. I could finish Shy, but I'm like, I don't know if she wants to watch it. But it's always like, so I wonder if there's any shows.
So there was a show that Fox had, and we just found out it got canceled. So it was this show called The Passage.
Yes.
With Mark Paul Gosselaar, a.k.a. Zach Morris.
Yep.
I didn't think she was gonna like it. It was based on vampire zombie type shit. Because you know, I watched The Walking Dead, so I like that type of show.
Mm-hmm.
So one day we having dinner, and our thing is when we having dinner, we like watching a movie. Every night we gotta watch a movie, no matter if it's like last night we watched Booksmart on Netflix.
Okay.
It's like it's like a wannabe Superbad, but instead of the guys, it's girls trying to go to a high school party.
Oh, okay.
So they're graduating from high school and they want to party on their last night because they're gonna graduate the next day. Which it was pretty cool. Like I've never heard girls cursing the way they were cursing.
Yeah.
One of them was a lesbian. Like, oh, I want this girl.
You know what you should watch with her that she'll probably like? It's called You.
Oh, I seen that show.
That's a good one.
So our thing is we watching something while we having dinner.
Mm-hmm.
So we started watching Passage. So Passage used to come in on Monday.
Yeah.
And I'll record it to watch either Tuesday or before we record the podcast. So Tuesday at work, I get text like, yo, we're going to watch the show from Monday, this and that. And I'm like, shit. Like, I was thinking of watching and just deleting it. I didn't think she got into it.
Yeah.
So 2 episodes in the season, she was already hooked.
Yeah.
So that was our thing. Like, she wanted to watch it. But I know there's certain shows that I will watch that she's not going to watch. Even movies. And I know she's going to watch. I will still watch it because I want to watch it again. Like Game of Thrones, I already know we're going to start from the beginning. So I already got her on that. There's certain shows that she's trying to get me to watch that I watched the first episode and I'm like, I'm not going to get into this. So I tell her, you know what? Just continue watching it because I don't think I'm going to watch it. But there's 1, 2, maybe 3 shows that we got to watch together.
Yeah. And
then the movies, we always got to watch together.
Well, obviously.
You know what I'm saying?
You mean movies at home, not
at
movies.
home.
Okay.
I've watched.
I'll tell you one thing.
I've watched certain movies by myself, and I don't tell her. And then we watch it. She's like, "Have you seen this?" And I go, "No."
Yeah.
I've watched it already.
Yeah. So I got burned a lot of times. So those times I was watching movies or like a show with my girl, and I will wait for her. Yeah. But then she goes, "Yeah, I watched them all." I'm like, "Motherfucker, I was holding out for you." So I'm like, "All right, so I'll watch it now." So then I got to a point. I'm like, "Yep, I watched the latest episode, Power." I'm like, because I don't know if you fucking watched it, but one other thing I was gonna ask you. Speaking of movies, there's a few movies I want to check out, guys. Give us recommendations. It's John Wick. I know John Wick 3 I heard is good.
Everybody's talking about
I know. I want to see that. I heard Aladdin was pretty good.
I want to go see it.
I heard the Elton John shit is pretty suck. So
after me watching Bohemian Rhapsody, every movie that you're gonna do about a biography has to top that one.
Well, I heard this one sucks because it's a musical.
And he's still alive.
It's a musical and then a movie, so that's why I was like,
I don't mind if it's a musical because I like shit like that, but
I don't mind if it's a musical play.
Oh, okay.
But as a movie, to watch a musical, because I think Mamma Mia is a musical, right?
Yeah.
So I couldn't get into it because of that.
What's the other one? La La Land.
I couldn't get into it. Hugh Jackman did one with the Ringling Brothers